rule this day. As I wake, I own this moment. This is my day.
What's up, everyone? Next episode of Take the Throne. So, very important topic today. So, as a rapper that I listen to on occasion, he pretty much kind of defines the grind these days. His name is Yo Gotti, and he made a series called The Art of Hustle. And I don't think that everybody's aware of what the art of hustling actually consists of. A lot of times, we associate it with, the drug dealers and what they do. And, sometimes people associate it, with sports, to keep running hard even when times get tough. In the field of basketball, a good sequence of hustling is when you see people diving on the floor for the ball, skinning up their knees, scratching and clawing, trying to get possession of the rock, because whoever holds the rock holds the key to the success in that scenario, because the key is to score points by putting the rock through the hoop. And the way this correlates is, I want you to understand the art of the hustle. The most important time that you should hustle is not when everything's going good. It's not when you're the happiest in the morning. It's not when you're the most eager to go out and do whatever it is. The most important time for you to enact the art of the hustle is when your life is starting to go to shambles. Because it's at that moment that you start to hit a breaking point. It's at that moment where you really start to define your grind and who you are. Some of us, we have certain moments within our life where we are kind of limited in the window of time that we have to do things. We have certain priorities, certain things that are calling our name. For instance, some of us work jobs that can last anywhere between 8 to 12 hours and sometimes 18 hours, depending on what your industry is at that moment. Some of us are also in school. Some of us full-time students, some of us part-time students, some of us full-time students while working full-time jobs. So it's in that moment that you really need to start to paint a clear picture of what it is you want in your life, what you are trying to do, what you need to accomplish, lay out a plan on what you need to do to get there, and figure out some way, somehow, in order to make that thing happen. In my case, there are certain actions that I need to take every day. I've wrote them out. I know what those actions are. And I understand that I'm at a point in my life right now where things are probably about to get a little rough. And I'm going to have to really manage my time wisely. Time management has been a very huge weakness and a constant improvement area of my life for the past few years. I'm finally at the moment now where I feel like I'm starting to get really good at it. But still, it's just a thing. As with anything, you have to practice at it. The habit of practicing the activity, you start to become better at it, and then it starts to become more natural. Some of my mentors like to tell us that you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's when you're uncomfortable that you start to really achieve your greatness, that you start to manifest within the likeness that you want to be. In order for us to achieve success, we can't be the same person that we are at that moment in order to achieve that success. The King SHABAZZ of 2013, 2014 is very different from the King SHABAZZ of 2017. Those are my phone going off, don't worry about it. But yeah, you just gotta enact that art of the hustle, no matter how hard it gets. And don't get me wrong, take a breather when you need to. There's a time and place for when we need to rest and relax and take a breather so that we can refresh ourselves so that we can get back at it. But understand that when stuff starts to get tough, When things start attacking you, when you start dealing with different things in your life, boredom, procrastination, a variety of different things, that's when you need to turn up the fire. You got to go at it that much harder. So that's just the lesson I want to give you for today. King Shabazz, hip hop traveler. Much love to you all, and just start to embody that art of hustling. Hustling can be applied to any industry. So you just got to figure out your niche, what you need to do, put out your time correctly, make the appropriate sacrifices you need to make, and get after it. So yeah, that's my message for you today. Much love to you. Peace.